Good morning, YouTube. How are we doing? I am very well, thank you very much. It's a good day today. It's a Friday bank holiday, and for the first time in a long time, I have a bank holiday off. So I thought it was a good opportunity to whack the camera out and record a little vlog. So I've got an upper day today, upper session, my favourite session of the week. I have been up, done my cardio, done some steps, and done some cleaning in the house. Next task is to shave because I'm a little bit hairy. But prep is going well. Hit a new low this morning. Weight has dropped off quite rapidly this week, to be fair. I think it's a combination of max dropping my food and coming off of night shift. So I've dropped a little bit of water weight and obviously food coming down, so I'm in a deeper deficit. But because my food's dropped, I may as well record another day of eating on a training day. So I will take you along for the ride. But first off, I need to do this stupid task, which is going to take me about an hour. I'm going to be sensible and just do my upper body in one session and my lower body in one session, because else I will be here for like an hour and a half. Right then guys, shaving is done. I made a big error in judgment because I thought Riv would be able to shave my back. She was in a rush, so she couldn't. So the only thing I've managed to shave is my arms, my shoulders, my chest, my midsection, and that's it. So I've got a hairy back, I've got hairy legs. So if you see any post-workout footage from me today, it's probably just going to be my front. Anyway, here is the pre-workout meal. So we are running with CMP sticky toffee pudding, cream of rice. It's ridiculously nice. I've got carrot cake Perform, an old staple of mine, so good. Some raspberries, some blueberries, and some cinnamon, and some almond butter. In terms of totals for this meal, I'll put them on screen. But this is going to be 40 grams of protein, 92 carbs, and 12 fat. So that is the pre-workout meal. Absolutely fabulous. Look at that. I would love to show you me eating this, but my camera has like 30 seconds left. I need to clear a bunch of footage on it. So I'll catch you on the way to the gym so we can talk about some things. Right then guys, I have finally, after months and months, figured out how to connect these DJI mics to my Osmo. Amazing. I had to get a little attachment which works, and I just had to play around with it because it wasn't connecting, but it's connected. We're good. So I can actually record some of this session now, and you'll be able to hear me in the gym, which is very good, very good. So prep update. We are now 4 or 5 weeks in. I don't know, I've lost track. Doesn't even feel like I've been on prep, to be honest. But food has now been dropped to 3,097 calories on a training day, and on a non-training day, 2,838. So a little bit of a drop. Cardio expenditure still the same. So over the course of the week, I'm still doing 90 minutes of cardio. We've just removed the HIIT and just kept it steady state. And 12,000 steps a day. So that is the current setup. In terms of my weight, so my weight has come down quite a bit, like I said. So yeah, we are now 197 pounds. So we are now sort of 11 pounds down, and I feel like it's going to keep dropping for the rest of the week. So we'll see where we end up. But in terms of my check-in, I'll put my check-in pictures up here. Let me just have a look at them. So I'm at this stage where I'm flattening off, but I'm not lean enough to like really show the condition. So it's almost like I look flat and I look soft, and it's just like the worst state to be in. It's like the worst part of dieting. It's when you're like glycogen depleted, you've not got a lot of like fullness to your physique, but you're also not that lean, so you just look a bit shit. And I feel it too, but training's still in a good spot, and we're moving pretty good still, so it's just one of them phases we're gonna have to get through. Looking at the shots, I'm not too fussed. Like, still not bad. Like, I'm definitely a little bit flatter
and I definitely need a shave, which, like I said earlier, I've shaved the upper part of my body. We will see when I can get to do the rest, hopefully this evening. Right, upper session, my favourite session of the week, and I will quickly run through it now. So we've got a plate loaded pull down, a seated row, an extreme row, a flat chest press, a incline Smith, a pec fly, a lion lateral raise, and a dumbbell lateral raise. So we are just hitting back, chest, delts today. My favourite session. We are obviously starting off with the back movements because the back is the priority. I'd rather hit those exercises when I'm fresher, when I've got a little bit more energy, a little bit more glycogen to really attack those sets, because my back needs to come up more than my chest. So that's why the back movements are first. Again, that's why the chest movements are before the delts as well. But we'll get into the session and I'll run through the actual session when we're in there. So let's go. In terms of pre-workout, I have got the Perform Pump Pre with the glycerol. Now, the only products I've really ever liked from Perform is the whey. But this Pump Pre was on discount. I think it was like 20 quid with the glycerol. Couldn't say no, so I bought it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very, very good. It's a very good Pump Pre. I think it's got a bunch of citrulline in it, and with the glycerol, like, you do get a good pump. Although my pumps aren't great at the minute because I am depleted, this is still a very good pre-workout. So I would highly recommend the Perform Pump Pre if you can get it for a reasonable price, that is. Hopefully these mics can pick me up in the gym. So I'm starting the session off with a cuff pull down. Not part of my actual session, but I like to warm up the lats before I get into my actual lat movement. So I'll do a couple sets on each arm. Right, on to some lat work now. So single arm pull down is my favourite lat movement by far. And I really like this machine. It's a Panata plate loaded one. However, I don't know what the gym's done to it because it's so off centre. Centre of the pads here, going up to like the far right of this machine, handle of the machine. However, it still works, just means I need to move more to the right on my right side. Anyway, when it comes to lats, I think lats are the most difficult body part to really connect well with. So I like to do any lat movement, single arm, unilateral, especially when it comes to a pull down. The reason I like doing it unilateral is because, number one, lats are hard to connect with. And if you do it unilateral, you can focus on one side, but also you can lean into it so you can actually contract that lat better. You get a better range of motion because you can lean into it. And you can just focus on each lat a lot better, making it more productive. It also takes away sort of any upper back that can come into the movement and take over. So I'll give you a few cues for any sort of pull down. And it doesn't have to be on a machine row. It can be with a cable and a D handle and a bench. That works just fine. And if I didn't have this, that is what I would be doing. But anyway, some cues. So you want to be pulling through your pinky. And what I like to do is tuck my shoulder down and lean into the movement a little bit. And then my main goal here is to drive that elbow down into my hip. And then squeeze. And as I'm coming back up, I'm holding all that weight still with my lat until I'm fully stretched. Here. And then I'm driving back down. I'm aiming to feel like a real, almost like a knot cramp here. So a few cues for that. I have 2 sets on here, a top set of 6 to 8 and a back up of 10 to 12. So let's get into it. All right, goal here is 6 reps ideally. If I can get 6, I'll be happy. Five, not ideal. Definitely feeling that weight drop this week. So last week I got 6, so we've regressed 1 rep, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Just means I probably have to lower this weight a little bit come next week, which is fine. Rather lower the weight and make the set more productive. Right, my back off set last week with 4 plates was 10 reps. So if I can get 12 reps there, I'll be happy. A little bit less weight, it's only 2.5 kilos, but if I can get the extra 2 reps, I'll be sort of where I need to be, I think. Oh, fucking hell. Was it 11 and a half? I'll take it. Right, on to the extreme row. So I've run this movement for upper back. So I only do 1 set on this because it's pretty brutal. In terms of loading with this prime stuff, for upper back we go 80% of the weight on this top peg, 20% on the middle peg. So my top set will be 5 on the top and then a 25 on the middle. Reason being is it makes it heavier in the bottom portion where you're the strongest, and as we pull up into that upper back, the weight will drop off, meaning we can squeeze the upper back a little bit better, get a better contraction. So like I said, 1 set on here, so I'll work up to that. In terms of warm-up sets, don't take too long with them, don't use too much effort with them. I'm literally going to do 2 sets working up to that weight. Each set is going to be just a few reps to feel out the movement and just get my body used to doing that movement, and then I'll go into that top set. I'm not spending too long on my warm-ups at all. Number 1, I don't want to waste the energy. Number 2, the session will just be ridiculously long. In terms of some cues for a upper back movement, as you're approaching the bottom of the movement, I'm allowing my shoulders to sort of round over the chest pad to sort of stretch that upper back. And then when I'm driving up, I'm aiming to bring my elbows sort of up and back and almost like shrug into my traps. So I'm driving them, basically driving my elbows up to the sky almost. Lent forward. Obviously if I was in sort of a neutral position doing an upper back row, I'd just be aiming to bring my elbows nice and high. But in this movement I'm aiming to drive them up into the sky and really feel it through my traps. Contract all of that, then as I'm coming down again, nice and slow, keep it controlled, and then at that bottom, like I said, rounding the shoulders over to really feel that stretch. And then pause at the bottom and contract back up and really go for it. Right, you would have noticed I've put the clips in. Any movement, especially machines, that starts in an unfavourable position, just make it easier for yourself. So like, for example, in a press as well, like a machine press, you start really far back and it's just awkward, and you can get injured by trying to push from this far back, especially on the top set. So just put something there to prop the weight up. So on this, I put some clips in. It allows me not to stretch down, especially when I'm trying to strap in wrist straps. Like, I can't do both of them at the same time. So this just allows me to get set up and then get into the movement a lot easier. I will take that. Right, next movement, close grip seated row. I know I was just saying lat movements, I like to do single arm, and ideally I would do the single arm. So in my actual pull session, I do a single arm. However, if I was to do a single arm row on this movement as well, this session's just gonna take way too long, and it's gonna be too taxing. So I'll just do a close grip seated row, dual arm. In terms of cues for this, very similar to the lat pull down. I'm just aiming to drive my elbows into my hip. On this movement particularly, I don't mind a little bit of body language, as long as I'm driving those elbows down into my hip and I can really feel the contraction in sort of my lower lat. I'm okay with like coming forward a little bit and swinging back into it. So it'll look like I'm using a little bit of body language. However, I'm still very much on those lats. I don't lose the contraction in the lats. I'm not throwing it into my upper back. If you watch me, my shoulders will still be nice and depressed down through the movement. So yeah, let's get into this. I've got 2 sets on this as well, top set and the back of set. I believe the top set is 8 to 10 and the back of set is 12 to 15, so let's go. Normal row sort of handle, or we got the mag grips. I'm actually quite a big fan of the mag grips, so I'll use the mag grips on here, but honestly just use whatever feels most comfortable to you and feels the best on your lats. There's no right or wrong to the head. I would say this is an intro workout. It's not, it's just juice. I actually pulled my intro workout because I'd rather have my food around training, around my pre-workout and post-workout meals. When I start to get fatigued in the gym, I'm starting to feel it in the gym, then I'll put the intro back in. But at the minute, didn't really feel the need for it. It was just, if anything, it was causing me to have like a little bit of bloating mid-session, so what's the point? So like the pull movements, like the back movements, when I did a single arm pull down just to warm up my lats. I've done the same with the push movements. I've just done a set of dumbbell laterals, no working sets, just to warm up my delts before I do any pressing. And because this is the first pressing movement, I will take a few more warm-ups on this than I usually would, just to really warm up that chest and get it ready. But first movement is a flat press. 2 sets on here, top set, back of set, 6 to 8, 10 to 12. So a few cues for this movement, for any pressing really. First thing I like to do is retract my shoulder blades, roll my shoulders back into the pad, just to keep my shoulders locked in, keep the chest nice and proud. This prime machine is decent because I can kick the weight up and start at a better position. And then when I'm pressing, I'm aiming to keep my elbows nice and tucked, and also try and keep my forearm and elbow at a 45. I don't want to be pressing in here, don't want to be pressing out here. I want to keep it at a 45 and keep my elbows tucked. When I say tucked, I mean like not flaring above my shoulders. So let's get into it. And the best cue I can give you for any pressing is on the eccentric, so the part where you're coming down, where you're lowering the weight. You want to basically imagine that you're pressing the weight up with enough force for it to come down and not up, if that makes sense. So when you're doing like the pressing part, imagine that feeling you get, but recreate that feeling as you're coming back down, so you're pressing against it, but you're using say like 70% of your strength, so the weight isn't going up or staying up, it's actually coming back down towards you. Then we get to the bottom, then it's a nice stretch on the chest, and really feel the chest before then you drive back up and use that chest to actually move the weight. Don't just throw it up, contract the chest, squeeze the chest to bring that weight up. And your chest will grow a lot more than just moving weight from A to B. Right, incline press. Just waited about 10 minutes for this. Tip for your incline pressing on a Smith or any Smith machine, right? Just bring the bar down to the bench with no weight and make sure it's center. It's so easy. You just see me do it at the start. So this is the movement which, whenever I diet, I lose the quickest. I think last week I did 2 plates and a 10 either side, so 50 either side. I'm going to go for that again and just hope I can get a clean 8 reps. Fuck off. Right, last 2 movements should be on a cable stack with a bench, doing a cuffed fly and a lateral raise. However, the room with the cable stack is ridiculously busy, so getting a bench over to it and waiting for the cable is just going to take too long. So I'll put in this gimmicky hoist fly, which actually feels really nice. And I do this on my push movement, so I'll just swap the movements around. So on my push day, I'll now do the cuff stuff. So for the end of this session, I'll do this fly, and then I'll just do, instead of the lateral raise of the cuff, I'll probably just do them with a dumbbell. Some cues for this: roll your shoulders back, slight bend in the elbow, keep the chest proud always. You don't want to be concaving over, you want to keep it proud, and then just drive the elbows together and feel the contraction through that chest. So 1 set on this, 10 to 12 reps. Let's get it. Right, on to delts. So I do 3 sets on this, 3 straight sets. But what I like to do is that first set is sort of anywhere 3 to 4 reps in reserve. The second set will be sort of 1 to 2 reps in reserve, and the third set will be a failure set. It's something that I've done with my quad training. So anytime I do straight sets now, this is how I like to attack it, because I can use the same weight and it gives me a real way to progress. So either next week I come in and I do more reps on each set, or I get to closer to that failure point on that last set, or I just up the weight and then move from there. It's just a really easy way to track progression, and it feels really good. So 3 sets. I'm going to use the 50 kilos on here, and we'll go sort of anywhere between 12 to 15. But like I said, first set is going to be anywhere 3 to 4 reps in reserve. Second set will be 2 to 3. Third set will be straight to failure. Cues for a standing lateral. Main one is just lead with your elbows. You don't want to be leading with your wrists, so you don't want to be flying up like this. It's just going to take away from your actual delt. So always lead with your elbows. Right, posing room is full, and posing room's a bit shit anyway, so I'll pose in the changing room. Some striations going through the tricep now.
a bit flat and a bit shit. Right guys, just back from the gym. It was an okay session. Like some movements down a little bit, some movements up a little bit. So very much just like a maintenance session, but with the weight drops I've had this week, I'm happy with that. I'll take it. So we're back now. We have got post-workout going in. So what we have got is jasmine rice, pineapple, chicken, cinnamon, honey, and tiny bit of peanut butter drizzled on the top. Honestly, this meal is so good, so fucking good. I look forward to this meal every single post-workout. If we look at the macros of this meal, it is... So it's 99 carbs, 47 protein, and 4 grams of fat. So not too bad. Perfect for post-workout. High carbs that digest very easy. We've got the glucose and the fructose through the pineapple. Pineapple digestive enzymes for the chicken, the protein, the high protein. Peanut butter is not optimal, say, for post-workout because you don't really want high fats because you want this food to digest really quickly. However, it's 5 grams. It's fuck all, so it's going to do nothing. And it's there just for the taste. But yeah, I'm going to eat this meal and then we have got a busy afternoon. I've got 2 YouTube videos that I've still not edited that need to get edited and uploaded. I've got the podcast that needs to get edited and uploaded. And I've got 2 client check-ins that have came through. I've also got some Instagram posts that I need to get up and drafted. So yeah, we've got a busy afternoon, and I have no idea what plan Rib has for us. She'll come back and say we've got to do something as well, so we'll go from there. But yeah, post-workout and then start cracking on with things.
If it's gonna be sturdy in like a year or 2, it feels fine. When I sat on my couch 2-3 years ago, it also felt fine, so I don't know. I'm a bodybuilder. I'm a bodybuilder.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's, I guess.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm really heavy. He said these ones are really sturdy. I believe they just look sturdy. They look sturdy and reliable. Yeah.
Oh, busy day, man. So YouTube video edited and uploaded. Annoyingly, my last YouTube video, I've just checked my analytics, it never uploaded, which was like a video pre-Arnold. This video I've just uploaded is the Arnold vlog. The video before was the pre-Arnold, and it didn't upload, which is annoying. There's no point uploading it now because I've just uploaded the Arnold one. So that's up. The podcast is edited and scheduled to be uploaded. 2 check-ins have been done. Friday's not normally a busy check-in day, so it's only like 2 or 3 I get. Saturday's my busy day, which is tomorrow. I'm now going to go down and eat meal 3, and I'll bring it back up because I can't be asked to take you in the kitchen because the tumble dryer's on, the washing machine's on, the dishwasher's on. It's just noisy. It's annoying. Meal 3, baby, in this big ass bowl. So this meal is rice, beef, and veg. Let's get the macros up for you now. So this is 47 grams of protein, 80 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of fat. So I've got basmati rice this time because it's a little bit more volume, a little bit more satiating than jasmine rice. It's not as nice. I do not like basmati rice as much, but it fills me up a little bit more. I've got 150 grams of raw weight lean beef. It looks like quite a lot of veggies, but it's not actually too much. It's 200 grams in total weight. So I've got 40 grams of beetroot, 40 grams of sauerkraut, and then 50 grams of green beans, 50 grams of peppers, and then 20 grams of spinach in there. And I've got the Cholula's Chipotle hot sauce on top. This meal is very good. Again, lots of micronutrients, a decent source of protein, decent carb source. Happy days. Here it is in all its glory. I now need to find a good YouTube video. But there's like none. It's dead.
It's just black ones, is that okay?
Black lemon.
Nice top you got on there, Riv.
Looks so good.
Apologies, I didn't record meal 4 on the Osmo. I took a quick clip on my phone because the Osmo died. I was absolutely starving. Just got back from Rib's mum's house. I was starving and needed to take the dogs out, so I couldn't be bothered to wait for this to charge. But it was 2 whole eggs, some egg whites, some veg, and sweet potato. Went down an absolute treat. One more meal left, and it's the best meal of the day, the oats. When I'm not in work, they are the last meal of the day. When I'm in work, they're the first meal of the day. But I very much look forward to the oats all day, and then what I do is I just tick off every single box I can. Everything is done, so then I can just get in bed, watch some TV with Rib, and eat my oats, and it is the best feeling of the day. It sets me off to sleep. And I go to bed with a nice full stomach, so I'm not waking up hungry. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. So I'll catch you for that meal, because I've just finished off editing some Instagram posts, so I'm pretty much done now. Happy days. Yes, people, that is the shaving done. So hopefully tomorrow I'll look about 10% leaner. That'd be good. Finally time for the last meal. Let's get it. So we've got the oats. Whack them in the fridge, they're so much nicer cold. I prepped these last night just to get a little bit ahead. What I'm going to do, put banana and blueberries inside it, mix it up, melt some dark chocolate on top, and the sweet cinnamon. Cannot forget about the sweet cinnamon. Here it is, the masterpiece. I've got some frozen mixed berries in there, some banana is in there somewhere, I don't know where, and then dark chocolate and cinnamon on top. That's the final meal of the day, and that ends today's vlog. If you watched this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate you watching this vlog. Give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe, that'd be great. I know if you're on prep or on a diet, these videos are pretty cool to watch. It's all I sort of watch, just watch other people doing the same shit as I do. But it's enjoyable, so yeah, give it a watch. I'm gonna try and get a lot more videos out as I get deeper into this prep. So yeah, catch you in the next one.